Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
That's HUNTZ.
You can hunt.
Oh, have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning, welcome back to another curated top 10, 27th of July 2018, a Friday, a freaking fantastic Friday is ahead. Let's get into the top 10 for today. The first one is Photo Mirage, beautifully animated, simply uncomplicated. Somebody left me a comment and said you really should have gone into a bit more detail about this because it's way more than a GIF animator. I never really said anything in the body that it was a GIF animator. What it is something a little bit between making GIFs and making cinemagraphs. It doesn't do the thing that Cinemagraph does where you can like sketch out an area and allow that to move and the rest of it goes static. It kind of adds its own kind of movement effects in, or at least you can take a static image and add movement effects to it, or like pseudo effects to it. It's overpriced at 60 euros, but it is a cool little tool. Unfortunately, it is only for Windows, which is a bit of a pain in the backside because I would have liked to have played with this, to be honest. Next up is Bellhop app. Stop wasting money on ride shares. Bellhop lets you compare pricing across Uber, Lyft and the major ride shares so you can save money on every ride. Super love this. I presume they tap into all the different APIs, and I love the idea that they probably get a kickback actually in some way. It gives you access to the world's largest network of cars at your fingertips. Uber, Lyft, Juno, Curb, Aria. I've never heard of half of these ones. Taxify. I think Taxify's in Estonia actually. That's the one who had one of the unicorns that had a lot of money. I would always use something like this because I love optimization tools like as standard. Next up is a great art, well, it's more than just an art project. There's way more detailed than that, and it would be doing it a disservice actually if I just called it an art project. The Steam Whale, steamwhale.io. Go and send one Steam to this today, and then you can see the water spout come out the front of it. Really cleverly put together project from Roland, the big event organizer of Steam Fest 1, Steam Fest 2, and obviously Steam Fest 3 in Poland that's coming up. This works between like 9:30 and 9:30 at night, so 12-hour days. You can see it says 10 Steam on it, but you can actually send one Steam. You get a listing of who sent money to it. You can also see on the map where it is. He's even gone so far as to put like all the boats and everything that are moving around it, and you can see these are a bunch of people who sent some money to it recently, and a little video about it. But also I really love what Roland has done at the bottom here with all the mentions about Steam It and D-Tube, D-Sound and Steep Shot, Steam Hunt. So it's great to hear those shout outs. It shows that he's like watching as to what's going on in the ecosystem. And if you've not met Roland, he is the most amazingly laid back guy, but also like his precision for detail. I absolutely respect that. Go and donate $1 to one Steam today. You're giving towards the conservation of whales as well. And I think we had a unfortunate event with a group of 75 whales somewhere in America where one of the newborns had died, and the mother had stayed around for like days, like trying to keep this newborn above the water. So we definitely need to put money into that, and you can do it from a Steam blockchain. If you have one Steam, you can make this spurt water out, and it's great. I know I've gone on about it too much, but go and check it out, steamwhale.io. Next up, Fabric.me, the story of your life that writes itself. Fabric is a personal location-based journal that catalogs your experiences and interactions. Anything that makes social easy like this, where you don't have to really go into too much detail and think about it, is a cool tool for me, because my only question is making sure that you have access to this software, the content that's stored on its servers in years to come, because nobody has really tackled and taken on and fixed the problem of, or has an SLA for legacy. I don't see anybody who's doing legacy really well. We just assume that these clouds are going to be around in a few years time. Next up is Super Soak. Super Soak TC, the all-new Super Soak TC, the legend from the British 50 years. This is a new electric bike, and it's got this big Bosch like electric motor in the back. It's a super damn sexy looking bike. I did see somewhere that was like 3,500 euros, which sounds incredibly cheap to me, so I'm a bit worried that it's cosmetically looks good, but actually it's built crappily. I can't see that being 3,500. It's going to be more than that. 45 kilometers an hour, 160 kilometer range, weighs 84 kilograms. Now available, spelt wrong. That's always a bit of a danger sign for me when you can't even spell available. Seems like nobody's checking the website. Official launch video, Super Soak OTC. Even though they say it's a British design, I'm pretty sure it's probably just made in China. I do like the British Racing green note. I do like that, or do I like the blue one? I don't know if we can find out the price from here, but I do like these batteries that they're doing here. Can be equipped with up to 2 batteries simultaneously. Both are easily removed. Each battery consists of a dozen of high-performance lithium-ion cells from Panasonic, LG, or Samsung. So I presume they're using the 18650s in serial, like most things do, like Tesla cars and everything. Europe's first moped with a range of up to 160 kilometers, 100% electric, endless power. That Bosch motor in the back, that 17-inch hub motor, 3,000 watts. That's a lot of power in the back there. Doesn't say when it's going to go for sale, but I'm kind of digging the fact that all the parts look interchangeable, which means that you can have a real play with that. I can imagine like people making 3D printed parts for this or something. Alright, the final 5. Open farm, grow your food. Very important that we all learn this or teach our kids farm and gardening through knowledge sharing. Tomato, cherry tomato, heirloom tomatoes, strawberries, potatoes, basil, whole lot of information about it. And it's an open source farm. What could possibly be better than that? Next up, VidIQ. This has been around for a while. VidIQ. They pivoted from their own hosting platform, which I think one of the team members was from Vidler, and Vidler was very much on my radar back in the day because it had a beautiful inline comment system, and Gary Vaynerchuk went down that road instead of YouTube, and it kind of did him a disservice later on because he didn't get the traction that he could have got on YouTube if he'd have gone on earlier on that. Really good. It integrates into your browser, and then when you're on YouTube, it shows you a bunch of metrics and things that you can adjust on your video, tags, things like that, to improve the reachability of your video. If you're doing YouTube videos a lot and you're making a nice little income from it, having tools like this will make it easier to manage your channel. Next up is FlyRight. Meet FlyRight, the app that gets you there. First of all, like a bit worried about the design because that looks like a concept on the right hand side, but also at the same time I like the fact that it's simple. All the information you need before you book a flight and after you land. I think that's a no-brainer, especially when you get into a bit of a flat when you're traveling, maybe insecurity, customs, border, having all that stuff in front of you in an emergency, firing up an app to get everything that you need, getting the directions to places. I see this going somewhere, or at least getting bought out for a reasonable amount of money. Last two today then, MobLife. And the only reason why I put another one of my links up today is because at one point I thought streaming on everywhere would be stupid because you're just duplicating right everywhere. So if somebody's following you on lots of different platforms, then they're going to get like 6 push notifications. Now it seems that as we move forward, millennials just want that notification out there. You make the decision, then it's on you to make the decision where you're going to watch that, right? So I feel like millennials are a bit more accepting of getting notifications. They're kind of not too bothered about being overwhelmed by it as long as they get to the content. So what this does is it allows you to connect all of your live streaming platforms together. So YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, things like that. It'll update Twitter. It'll just stream from your phone, and it'll go to all of those different platforms. So anybody who's following you on those platforms will get a notification and they'll see your stream. This is the first one I know of that does that live on their mobile phone. So I will definitely be playing with this. This is one of those things that I will definitely be playing with. And finally today, Cubesound, introducing audio for the outside world. I really like the design of this. I'm a bit worried that it's trying to do a bit too much by having the speaker and the refrigeration unit in it. One of those things is probably not going to be as good as the other. I can't imagine this being very good, very bassy, because if it was very bassy, surely it's going to be just clinking and rattling the bottles inside. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But it certainly looks the part. I can imagine some LA party having this near the swimming pool. And actually, if it can be used as a off-the-grid refrigerator, it might just be big enough to store like fresh food for 2 or 3 days for van life, for people on the road. That's it for me today. Hope that was useful. If this is the first time you've come across this video, this is what steamhunt.com looks like as of July 2018. The links are all on the right hand side. There's normally hundreds per day. After the rollover, which is midnight Korean time, which is about 4 p.m. GMT, then the hundreds that have been there, if they've been upvoted and commented on throughout those 24 hours, and then there's a top 10. That top 10 gets more of a vote than the rest of the chart. We're going through a lot of changes. We're in version 2.0 of ABV, which is account-based voting, and there's a whole bunch of changes that have been made, and I think it's going to be fairer in the long run to a lot more people. So it's a good time to get involved because it's less confusing. The guidelines have been trimmed down. So if you haven't tried it yet, I would heartily say give it a go. If you have tried it and got frustrated with it because you got delisted or something like that, please try again, because I think now it's a lot easier to get stuff listed. When you click through on something on the right hand side, it appears on the left. When you click the plus button next to your profile at the top right, you can fill in the title, description, the tags, put an image. You can be like publishing that to your Steam blockchain blog, and it also goes on the Steam Hunt website. It only upvotes one post per day, but you can post unlimited amounts of products. Like if you want to go to town at it, you can do that. That's it for me today. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, because once I get over 1,000 subscriptions, I actually start getting paid by those corporate monsters over on YouTube. I shouldn't really say that, should I? That's not going to get me in anybody's good books. Anyway, see you tomorrow.